All right, guys, let's check out these Zelos Mako version 3. That's right, they're on their third version of this, and I get it because they are awesome watches. All the way back to the first version, which, ended up getting tweaked a little bit based on what the fans of the brand suggested. So that is one of the awesome parts about Zelos, is the interaction they have with their fan base and the changes or improvements they'll make to their models based on feedback. Oh man, we're in a glorious time right now with this brand, and hopefully a lot of people are recognize this. I think people do, because it could happen, I suppose, that they could sustain the type of relationship they have with the fan base that they currently have for the long term. I hope that's the case, but I do slightly fear that they're just going to grow too big for their britches. I don't know. I think they can strike that balance. But let's talk about the watch. You're looking at a 40.5 millimeter case. 46.15 is what I measure lug to lug, non-drilled lugs. I kind of dig it. It's nice to see cases with drilled lugs and ones without. It's nice to have that variation in differences between watch brands and everything. So anyway, 46.15 lug to lug. And thickness, if you count the boxed double domed sapphire crystal, total height 14.7. If you were to exclude the crystal and just measure the case, it's only 12 millimeter thick. So it has really nice proportions. 20 millimeter lug width here. Bracelet is phenomenal and tapers down to 18. And guys, absolutely love this new version clasp. Very reminiscent of the Christopher Ward type clasp, but kind of better. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but it just feels nicer. And it does have the quick adjust on the inside, and it works great. Solid end links. You know what I didn't measure, and I'll do that for you right now, is the lug. Well, it's not really lug to lug. So you're at like 52.75 if you count the solid end links that do not articulate. But I have to be honest with you, I really like that because I kind of like a little bit larger watch. So this one fits me a little bit better, even though it's only 40.5. Now you can still wear this with a smaller wrist, not a problem, because it does articulate immediately and flows so good. This bracelet, I'm telling you guys, it's all rounded and smoothed out. It's almost like softened, if you will. Has a really nice feel to it, much like a lot of other premium micro brands. That's basically where this bracelet is and their watches are right now. So that's why I say we're in such a great time frame right now to experience the growth of this brand, Zelos. It's not lost on me that we're in the age of witnessing something great happening right in front of our eyes. It's happening as we talk and as we experience the brand. It's happening. So, and I look forward to the future that Zelos is going to have and the models that they're going to provide to us. So both these, now I did just look. I know today is October 1st, and I did just look at their website. I believe this one here, what they're calling the vintage black, pretty sure it's sold out. I'm so sorry. It seems like I have this ability now to bring watches to you guys that are very difficult to buy. The Frost White is still available as of today, but I don't know if you guys watch this video and you go start blasting and buying them, they're going to be sold out pretty quick. They also do have the Loomed Crown on both of them. This is a full Loom one. Wait till we do the Loom shot at the end. It's just going to be amazing. So there is a combination of Loom on all of these. They use C3X1 and BGW9. And the Loom has never been an issue with Zelos. The movement is the Miyota 9015, so high beat, 4 hertz, hack, hand wind, all of that stuff. Some people are going to say, can you get that rotor spin? Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's there. The charm of that rotor spin is there, but the case construction kind of hides some of it. It's not as apparent as you would have in a non-dive watch. So there's a look at the case back. Of course, you have that Mako shark on there. And these are numbered too. Let's zoom in and take some looks here. So they are actually individually numbered. So as you can see, this is number 62 of 200. So that's the other beautiful thing. I mean, these are truly limited edition. Zelos is to the point now where they're selling so many watches and they're only making 200 of these right here. I mean, they could be making way more than 200 and still sell them. It's obvious because they sell out so quick. And I really like this one. You guys know I'm a huge fan of the white dial watches, but this vintage black just grabbed me. And I think it's partly because, you know, what a lot of people are going to call a faux patina. I don't really call this one faux patina. This is more like just tan or brown, just so warm and rich, much like you would see in that newer release Omega Seamaster, the Bond one. That's beyond like what you would see in any sort of patina for a Loom. That's like, those are just brown and warm color tones. It is not faux patina in my book. So not that there's anything wrong with faux patina. I love faux patina as well. But this brown like this is so cool. No one, well, not no one, Omega is doing it and a bunch of others are doing it. So I'm very happy to see Zelos do it. And check out that dial. I mean, it is just like some sort of crazy swirl, almost like oil painting looking thing. And they did a lot of cool things with these. So bezel action on this, 120 click. It's a little stiff, and what I mean it's a little stiff, not like in a bad way. It's because you have plenty of traction. It's very tactile, very clean. There's no play, and it lines up perfect. The price point on these guys are $429. So again, you get a really cool acacia wood box. You get like a leather type watch roll. You get this extra tropical strap, which they even improved that. It feels more silicone-y and nice. I like the silicone keepers. And then check out that hardware. It's really nice hardware. And it's not like it's smoothed out. Just like there's no drilled lug holes in the case, there's no hole here on the hardware on this too. Very clean and consistent. The bracelet is all screw links. I will say, if you are waiting or if you have a Mako, please check your screws. When I was adjusting the size on these, the screws, a couple of them were kind of loose. And I don't want to mean like, not like loose falling out, but they just didn't have the tightness that I prefer. So I would highly suggest pulling those out, putting a dab of Loctite on them and put them back in. I used this Waya made in Germany 1.2 screwdriver. Highly recommend these. I'll put a link in the description to my Amazon affiliate for that screwdriver so you guys can pick one of those up. So again, 120 click on this guy as well. Full loomed bezels, ceramic, anti-reflective coating on the sapphire crystals. This white one, let's do a close-up on this white one, sorry. So you can see there a totally different dial on this one because it's basically full loom. Not basically, it is full loom, so it's not going to have that crazy swirl effect to it. But love the color on this. You know, excluding the black, I mean, you have that tricolor. So you have that bright white, which is going to be VGW9. And then you have the C3X1, which has that more of a yellow tinge. And then that pop of orange on the seconds hand and the 300-meter water, 1,000 foot writing on the dial. Excellent. Well done. Let's check what number this one is too. This one is number 47 of 200. So cool, so cool. Let's pop both these on wrist. Try to have an effort to not go too long on this video, but 7 1/4 inch wrist. These things wear so good. They're so comfortable. The bracelets are insanely comfortable. I love the simple clasp system. Nice pop to the crown. In case I didn't mention it, the crown is about 6.3 millimeter. Plenty of traction. It protrudes from the case just enough that you have no problems operating it. That was an issue on the first gen, no longer an issue. And you have this integrated crown guard here along the crown side of the case. So if you were to take a hit, it should deflect it enough, hopefully, that it wouldn't strike your crown if you're so inclined to wear your watch in rough circumstances. So there's a quick look at that one. Let's pop this vintage black one. This is the one I like. I think partly because of the brown tones and then with the gold on there as well. It just looks so good. And I mean, they're super legible, plenty of real estate there for the indices and for the handset. Just great looking watches. All right. Now I know you guys want to see the loom. Let's do the loom. Let's do this. And because the loom is so good. I can even leave the 3D printed monster in the background. It is not going to matter. So there you go. I mean, the full loom dial is just a torch. I love the white dial and I love the full loom dial, but for some reason I'm just connecting with this vintage black even more. So it's so cool that Zelos was able to send over both of these. That was per my request. They asked me if I wanted to check them out. I said, yes, absolutely. You don't even have to ask me. If you want to send me a watch, just send the watch. They're so great to deal with as far as like my side of things, the YouTube review type channels. Zelos is just phenomenal to work with. So I requested 2 of them, and I said, hey, you guys pick too. And they sent me both these. So massive shout out to the Zelos team over there and what they're doing for the community, and their involvement is just, I love the brand. I love dealing with these guys. They're awesome. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next vid. Have a good one.